probably don't need me telling you that sugar gives you cavities, it's bad for your teeth. And there are also government guidelines to advise you on how much sugar to eat in a day. For adults, it's 30 grams, no more than 30 grams per day, that's 7 sugar cubes. For children aged 7 to 10, it's 6 sugar cubes or 24 grams. For children aged 4 to 6, it's no more than 5 sugar cubes. And for children younger than that, there's no guideline really, but you just want to avoid giving them anything with added or free sugar, and I'll explain what free sugar is in a wee while. It's not always easy to know how much sugar you and your family are actually eating and buying. So that's why I'm here outside the supermarket to just show you, give you a few wee tips, because there are so many different names for sugar as well that are on the packages. When you look at the instructions label, the ingredients label, there are names like dextrose and fructose, glucose, high fructose glucose syrup. Honey is a sugar and it's just as bad as other sugar. Same with brown sugar, is just as bad for your teeth as white sugar. Invert sugar, isoglucose, it goes on and on. Levulose is a sugar. So some things might not say sugar on them, but they are sugar. So nobody expects you to know all these names and to look through the instructions for everything. So that is why there are the traffic lights that you can look for, and they are on the packages of pretty much everything. So they're pretty handy, and they will tell you, this is one here, so it just shows you red is high amounts, it's got sugar, fat, salt, that sort of thing. Usually it tells you everything. Red is a high amount, amber or orange is a medium amount, and green is low. That's the things that you want to go for. But some of these things in the traffic lights are a wee bit naughty because they don't actually have colours. Like this wee bottle here of juice, I bought this and noticed that, see that traffic light there? Everything's in white. So if you come up with some, it does have the amounts and everything, it's not illegal, it's fine, but it's all in white, so you don't see at a glance how good it is. You have to look a wee bit closer. But there's a good wee app called the Change for Life app that you can download for free on your phone, and that's basically, you can go around, scan barcodes of anything, and it will come up with the traffic lights telling you what's in the thing exactly. So here's one to show you, just for that bottle, there you are. So that is, yeah, that's got all of, it's got just the things in colours, tells you that it's a medium amount of sugar, so you wouldn't know that by looking, you just think it was just an innocent amount. So that's quite a handy wee thing. I'm going to take it into the supermarket with me and have a look at a few things on it. It can be handy if you've kids for them to use as well, because it's dead easy. So what I'll do is I'll just put my mask on now and I'll head into the supermarket, and I'll give you a shout when I get out. Okay, cheerio. Okay, so this is us in the supermarket, and you know that there are things that obviously have a lot of sugar in them, chocolate and sweeties and things like that. But today I'm going to concentrate on drinks, because you might not think about them and how bad they are or good they are for your teeth. but some of them obviously have a lot more sugar in them than others. So here we have the drinks that you would just maybe grab with your lunch or whatever. So here we will look at the fizzy drinks and energy drinks and water. So here there's Coca-Cola. Bear in mind that the adult daily recommended amount of sugar is 7 cubes. Now this is 13.3 cubes of sugar in it, which is nearly twice as much in one can. Then we have Red Bull, which has a little tiny bit less sugar than Coke, but the reason it's banned for, it's still a lot of sugar, still nearly twice as much, and it's banned for in most places for sale for under 16s because it's loaded with caffeine as well. Then we've got Evian, well, just any water. Great, go for it. No sugar at all in water. Drink as much as you like of that, and it comes out your tap for free as well. So that is the absolute best thing you can drink. So now we'll head on up the aisle, and we'll look at fruit juice, because you might think you can just drink as much of that as you like, but actually it's got sugar in it, and it's, if you have ordinary fruit, it's absolutely fine for your teeth. No free sugar, as they call it, in that at all, because it's not been crushed, so the sugar's all locked up in the cells. Whereas when it's been crushed into juice, the sugar comes out of the cells and becomes something called free sugar, which is what is bad for your teeth. So here there are different types of fruit juice. Some are from concentrate, some are not. Some are also called fruit juice drink, and if they're called fruit juice drink, that means that they have added sugar, because they're not allowed to legally call it just fruit juice. From concentrate, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. But what you really want is just pure fruit juice, not fruit juice drink. See, that says 50% less sugar, but it actually is a fruit juice drink which has added sugar. So, and there you are. Cranberry is quite often a fruit juice drink as well. But 1 glass a day of pure fruit juice is 1 of your 5 a day. It's good for you. So I think we'll head now. Yeah, no added sugar, cranberry, that's fine. So we'll head now down to the diluting juice or squash aisle. And this stuff, if it's got no added sugar, smash it, go for it. It's not as good for you as water or milk, which, as long as it's not full fat. Milk has sugar in it as well, but it's not as bad as some of the sugars. We've talked about the different types of sugar, but loads of these diluting juices now are sugar free or no added sugar anyway. So great, as long as it says no added sugar on it, go for it. It's suitable for kids and everything, so no problem there at all. Yeah, there are some that are, but just avoid them or just have them very occasionally. Just watch out for them, but you're better off just buying the ones that have no added sugar in them. So I hope that's made that clear. Just don't forget to check the traffic lights every time, and I'll see you outside in a second. Bye bye. Hi, so that's me back out again, and what I found when I was in there, I talked about free sugars just quickly, and how if you crush up fruit, the sugars become free sugars. So I bought this apple just to show you. If you eat that, no sugar at all, no free sugar. So that's why they say an apple a day keeps the dentist away, because totally fine for your teeth. But then you buy apple juice, which is exactly the same, 100%, well, this is apple and elderflower, but it's 100% pure juice, no added sugar, and you can see that from yep, ingredients there. There's nothing added. I don't know if you can see there or not. There's nothing added to that. You look here, sugars on the traffic light, orange, and that's just because it has been crushed. The apple's been crushed up, so it's released the sugar out of the cells. They've become free sugars, and they're the kind of sugars that'll attack your teeth and give you cavities. So that's just something to watch. 1 glass a day, absolutely fine. 150 mils a day. It's 1 of your 5 a day. It's good for you. But more than that, and it's not the best. You're better with water or milk that's not full fat, or even no added sugar squash. Try to keep away from the fizzy juice because there's more sugar in that than obviously an adult's recommended daily amount in 1 can of a lot of things. So that's just for drinks, but you can just remember to look at the traffic lights for all food and drink and you'll be grand. Alright, catch you soon.